a compact luxury SUV with a ton of really cool sporty features as well as premium technology. Today I have the 2026 Acura RDX A-Spec Advance. That's a lot of technology, a lot of stuff that I'm not going to know about. That's why I grabbed an expert like Nathan Held over here. Hey Nathan, how's it going?
It's going good, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me today. Nathan's going to take this vehicle on a test drive with me, so let's get this thing going, huh?
Absolutely.
If you're interested in an RDX, come check out our inventory. We're online at smailacura.com. Of course, come see us off Route 30 in Greensburg, PA too. Now, obviously, this is a very popular color for Acura. What is this one?
This is Urban Gray Pearl.
Yeah, I'm seeing this all across the board. Anytime I see this color, I'm doing a video on it because everybody just loves it. Now, obviously, we have blacked out features on the front of the vehicle, that blacked out grille giant Acura logo there in the front. Anything special going on up here?
Well, you have their fog running lights, your dual eye LEDs up there.
And are those chicane running lights?
They are chicane running lights, that's correct.
Looks like we have a camera up front. Of course, one built in just above the dash as well. We'll go over all that stuff on the test drive. Around the side, it looks like we have huge wheels here. What size do we have, Nathan?
Those are 20-inch wheels complemented with the dual tone.
Yeah. So you have black in there as well as those chrome kind of cuts in there with the Acura logo there in the center. It's all pointing to that Acura logo. Honestly, those spokes look like Acura logos.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. We have an A-Spec logo there on the side and these blacked out features. Is that all part of that A-Spec package?
That is, absolutely. Especially those blackout handles there that comes with the A-Spec Advance.
Cool, I love how they're blacked out. Ooh, it looks like just putting my hand through the handle there, we had a power folding mirror situation there. Did that also unlock the doors?
That does unlock the doors,
okay,
correct.
Cool. So if I want to lock the doors back up, there's little ridges up here, I believe I hit. And that's going to lock it up, but it's also going to fold up that mirror. So that's really cool if you have any street parking situation. I always fold in my mirrors, but it's good to have those automatic. Around the back side of the vehicle, looks like we got dual exhaust down there.
That bottom part color matched section is only available with the A-Spec Advance.
Oh, cool. So that actually makes that a little bit more pronounced back there. To get into the tailgate, any special way to get in here?
Well, it's real easy. You have your key fob, of course, or you can just go ahead and hit that button right under the big Acura logo.
Okay, cool. So one press of that button, we have an automatic tailgate all the way up. We have a lot of storage back here, right? If I were to just, pick this up, we have some additional storage underneath there. Yeah, you got a lot of storage back here. How about that? If I want even more space back here, I'm going to pull this latch and push the seat down, and you have a ton of space to store stuff here. You can do that on the other side as well, obviously. And that's really great. I love seeing that. One last thing to note over here on the left-hand side, you actually have a 12-volt power outlet back here as well. So if you do any tailgating or you need any power in the back of the vehicle, it's here. Jumping into the back seat, looks like we have a black leather interior. It has a nice perforated leather in here with red stitching, very sporty looking. And just getting in, it's very comfortable back here. These seats are hugging me nicely. Let's just see what's in the armrest here. We have two cup holders back here. In front of us, I have some ventilation. Are these heated back here? The two outboard seats?
They are with the A-Spec Advance package.
That's really cool. We have two USB-C fast charging ports as well. We have some additional storage on the back of these seats. But hey, my favorite feature, this large panoramic sunroof up here gives me a lot of vertical visibility, makes it feel not claustrophobic back here. I feel like I have a ton of space. And some other things to note here, actually, on the door, it looks like we have an ELS Studio 3D speaker, as well as, is this like a soft touch material here? What is that?
Yeah, they use micro suede inserts to make sure that you're comfortable that whole ride.
Really cool. Well, let's see how this continues to the front seats next. So sitting in the front seats of the 26 RDX, it looks like we have a lot of buttons here, a lot of technology at our fingertips. Some main things I want to point out are on the left side of the steering wheel, so if we can take a look at that real quick. So I noticed we have our heads-up display buttons here. On to the right of that, it looks like we have our parking sensors, right? I don't know what this button is, though.
That actually will defrost your windshield wipers.
Oh, wow, cool. So in the wintertime, you don't really have to worry about that. That's nice. Looks like we also have a button here. Is that for our safety features?
Yeah, it brings you to every one that's toggleable.
And it looks like down below that we have our electronic parking brake over here. Of course, we have our stability control, and we have brake hold over here too. We have this nice multi-textured steering wheel. We have perforated leather on there, red stitching, very sporty looking. And it's A-Spec. It looks like we have kind of a flat bottom here too.
Yeah, it makes it as sporty as possible.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love the texture, the feel of this. On the left side of our steering wheel, it looks like we have our heated steering wheel. We have buttons for our volume controls. We have a push-to-talk button, and some different things to navigate here with our apps and things like that. And that's all coming up on my heads-up display, which, by the way, let's talk about that heads-up display. It displays different things up there, like my miles per hour. It's very vivid, and it's right there on the dashboard, so I don't have to look off the road. On the right side of the steering wheel, we have a lot of our safety features, but I think I'm going to go over that on the test drive, so not a lot of stuff to go over there. I'm just going to scroll up here. You can see all the different stuff that you can have on your instrument cluster there right in the center, because you have a digital instrument cluster there. You can even see your super handling all-wheel drive. Maybe we'll keep that up there in the test drive so people can see that. But tire pressure, maintenance, you know, all this really great stuff you can have right up there. And we have like a tactile dial here for our RPMs on the left. We have our speedometer on the right, and you know, all that stuff very easily displayed right there. Taking a look at this infotainment screen, we have a lot of stuff on there. Now this it's not a touch screen, huh?
No, you control it all with this touchpad right down here. It works a lot like a laptop's touchpad.
Well, I like that because I'm not reaching for it, and I can just easily use my finger here. And whenever I do that, it's actually scrolling on here. You can see it actually moving around. I can select different things. We have navigation, phone, Sirius XM, you know, all these different things that we could do there. But also, if I swipe left, I can bring up the next panel of things to select into, like ambient lighting, you know, all this different stuff up here, including AcuraLink. For anybody who doesn't know what AcuraLink is, can you kind of explain that to them?
So the biggest thing is it's an app that goes on your phone here. You can do remote start, stop, lock, unlock, and even locate your vehicle with GPS instructions.
So let's say you're out of range of your remote, that can work.
That's correct.
That's
yes.
cool. So definitely, you know, if you're in a building or whatever and you want to remote start your car, get it warmed up for you, that's great to have. Another big question here, we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in here, it looks like. Do we have it wireless or is it wired?
It is fully wireless.
Cool. So definitely that's great to have. And it looks like we have a wireless phone charger down here as well. So you can have a very wireless connection here. For anybody who doesn't know what Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is, you can connect to your phone to make phone calls, send text messages, listen to your music, get navigation, a whole bunch of stuff. Really increases the versatility of your vehicle. Checking out the armrest, looks like we have a USB charger in there as well as some storage space. Above that we have 2 cup holders. And we have a push button shifter in here, right? This gets rid of the big clunky, you know, arm that you would grab and move around. Looks like you have park, back for reverse, neutral, drive, and sport. Above that we have our big thing in here, right? Because this is what makes this different than other vehicles, are the dynamic modes.
Right.
So we have a bunch of different drive modes here. We have normal, sport, comfort, and snow, and that's just going to change our driving mechanics for the vehicle, right? You know, we'll probably test out the difference between normal and sport on the test drive and kind of show people what the vehicle does differently between the modes. We have a ventilated seat and heated seat for driver and passenger, as well as auto. What does auto do?
So auto is going to work hand in hand with your AC right up here, and it will bring it to the temperature that you have set. So on the underside here, we have a nice compartment that you can store your purse, a small bag, and there's even a section for pens, pencils, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and looks like there's a 12-volt charger and a USB-C charger down there. So definitely a lot of charging options up there. Up top, we have a little space for your sunglasses. Love to have that. You obviously have a shade here for your roof. I would like to keep that a little bit open, but not all the way open because it's a very sunny day. You obviously can open this up too, right? So for anybody who has questions about how far it opens up or anything like that, looks like we have a nice windscreen that comes up, and that's going to cut back from all the harsh wind and stuff. But a second press is going to bring this open even more. So that goes behind the front seat passengers. So definitely, you know, nice to have that large panoramic sunscreen up there. All right, Nathan, I think that's enough stuff to go over here on the car. Well, let's get this thing out on the road. Let's test it out.
Let's do it.
And the first thing that I'm noticing, actually, I took my foot off the brake after putting it in drive. We have our brake hold on right now. So what is this doing for us?
So it's essentially just when you engage that brake, it's going to keep that brake engaged so you can take your foot off and give your foot a rest.
So I'm not coasting or anything like that. It stops me. If I were to hit my accelerator here, we're just going. And if I come to a stop again, so say we're in stop and go traffic, I can now take my foot off the brake. We're not going anywhere. We're not coasting. It's just stopping us, and I can rest my foot. So I like that for stop and go traffic a lot. All right, getting out onto the highway. Wow, and are we really only in normal mode right now? Because that was really great. We really got up to speed quickly. I felt like, you know, I heard the engine a lot there, but definitely an exciting acceleration. Switch it over into sport and see what it does. All right, now here's the turning radius. I'm just going to turn the wheel. All right. That got us around pretty quickly there within our lane. Very good turning radius. And this sport mode is just zipping us up to speed, Nathan. You can hear it. You can feel it. The steering seems a little bit tighter too, you know. As far as the engine goes with this vehicle, what kind of engine do we have?
We have a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with a built-in turbo.
So what kind of horsepower do we have with an engine like that?
We have 272 horsepower.
Wow, I can feel it. It's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of zip. And I don't say that lightly.
Now, so you know, Brian, your engine's not actually even in sport yet. It's still in normal drive. So if we hit this right here, you'll feel it shift a lot harder there.
Yeah.
Now what this does is this is throwing the engine into sport. Your dynamic mode is putting the suspension, steering, and the braking controls into the sport mode to give you more control.
Okay, so definitely I felt a difference whenever we switched over, but now that you put us into that sport mode here, I could hear the difference. I saw the RPM shoot way up.
Yeah.
You know, like this is definitely, this is a different beast, and this is really cool. This isn't a gimmick.
No.
You know what I mean? Like this is like for sure the way a sport mode should be. I went ahead and activated the adaptive cruise control up here. And can you kind of tell me what this is doing for us, Nathan?
What that primarily does is, obviously it's a cruise control. It's going to keep you at a speed. But that vehicle in front of us here, if that starts going slower than the speed we have set, it'll adjust to that speed and follow it.
Wow. And it's doing that right now, actually. It's actually slowed us. I set our cruise control to 65. It's bringing us down 50, 40. You know, they're coming down to a complete stop, so we're coming down to a complete stop. I'm just monitoring it. You know, my foot's over the brake in case I need to, you know, make any adjustments. But it's handling this all itself. I didn't have to hit my brake at all there. And we're coming down all the way to complete stop. So that's really great for stop and go traffic, really great if you have a lot of stop lights in your life. Another thing I just activated is the lane keep assist. So can you kind of explain this to us?
So what that's going to do is it's going to keep you centered in the lane itself. Whether you're veering off or not, it'll keep you there.
And that's really cool. Like with the adaptive cruise control and the lane keep assist, the car is almost driving itself, but you want to pay attention. It's
right.
That's not actually what it's doing. It's actually telling me up here lane departure whenever we leave the lane, and it's telling me to take control of the vehicle. But you can see how if I just kind of inch over here to the right, that's kind of vibrating my steering wheel and pinballing me between the lines of the road, trying to keep me straight in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Checking out the turning radius again here in sport mode. Get around. That's just fun. Come on. That's amazing. We actually get thrown back in our seats a little bit from that. That's fun.
I sure did.
Yeah. Another thing I'm noticing actually up here on the instrument cluster, as well as my heads-up display, the speed limit sign comes up. So that's cool. Kind of, you know, keeps you aware of what speed you should be going. I noticed somebody's coming up in my blind spot here, Nathan. What's happening here?
So that's your blind spot sensor right there.
So what I'm seeing here on the left-hand side, whenever somebody's in my blind spot, this icon here is actually lighting up and letting me know somebody's over there. If I turn on my turn signal like I did there, that then flashes at me and beeps at me to alert me that somebody's over there.
And I don't know if you noticed or not, Brian, but up here we do actually have 3 slots for garage door openers.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really cool. If you have like a garage door or a gate or something like that, or maybe a friend's or you know, family member's garage door you need to open, it's great to have that built in. As far as warranty goes for the RDX, what kind of warranty does this have?
4-year or 50,000 mile bumper to bumper, 5-year or 50,000 mile powertrain.
Nathan, let's check out this backup camera. I'm going to put the vehicle into reverse, and we have a nice big backup camera there. Whenever I turn the steering wheel, you can actually see that it changes the projected lines there. You have a nice 360 view, so you can see all the way around you. And whenever I get close to something, it's going to alert me. So the closer I get, the more it beeps, the colors change, and that's really great to see and have there. Is there a way to make that bigger? There you go. So now you can really see the different view there. So right there, I actually noticed that the backup camera is alerting me of where a car's coming behind me. So if we're in a busy parking lot situation and I'm backing up, it's actually going to let you know what direction a vehicle is coming from. It's going to beep at you like it is now. And that's just really great for busy parking lot situations. It's fantastic because I know my vehicle does this, so it's just one of those things where it gives you a little bit extra peace of mind that it's looking out for you. Is there another kind of camera angle that you can do here?
Yeah, there's also a front-facing and curbside camera you can do.
How do you activate that?
There's a little button right here. You just hit that. It pops forward showing your front-facing.
Wow, okay.
Now, if you're trying to parallel park or you want curbside parking,
yeah,
hit it once more, and there's your wheel angle.
Oh, that's cool. You can see your wheel up there. That's nice. Hey, that's not a lot of vehicles actually give you that type of view, but that's really cool to be able to see that there, especially even whenever you're driving. You know, maybe you take this a little off-roading or something. It's nice to know where your wheels are at. You know? So in 2026, the Acura RDX still a really nice vehicle to drive. I think it's got a lot of good driving mechanics, and it shows why this vehicle is so popular. But Nathan, if people have questions about any of the features on this vehicle, how would they be able to contact you?
They'd be able to stop in here at Smell Acura or even give us a call.
Well, you know, we're right here off Route 30 in Greensburg. You can see us online at smellacura.com. And that's going to do it for our test drive today. So until next time, enjoy the ride.